Dan Larson here at the photo booth with the top 20 figures of 2021 so far, part 3. This is a quarterly segment we do at the end of March, June, and September, building up to the final top 10 of the year at the end of the year. Look for that sometime early 2022. This is where the top 10 currently stands. If you want to know how I got to that, go check out the previous videos. Here's the rules to qualify for selection in this top 10. Number 1, it had to be released in 2021, not just purchased in 2021. That said, there are some figures that came out so late in 2020 that they couldn't be considered for the best of that year, so they get rolled over to this year. Same with Kickstarters. Release and delivery dates can be subjective. For me, I got my Plunderlings early in 2021, even though some people had them before 2020 ended. So for my purposes, I consider that a 2021 release. Also coming into this year, distribution was already a mess thanks to the pandemic. So I'm being extra wiggly on stuff that should have hit late 2020. Number 2, this is stuff that I actually purchased. If I didn't purchase it, then it is automatically disqualified for consideration. Number 3, there are things that have been released that I haven't purchased yet, but intend to, like NECA's Frankenstein. So they are technically still in the running for the final top 10 at the end of December. So if you don't see a piece here that you think is awesome, there's still a chance I'll pick it up. Unless it's Ninja Turtles. I'm not collecting turtles anymore. Nothing personal. It's a great franchise and there's a lot of cool stuff out there. Too much, in fact. But my personal favorite turts are the movie turts, and once I got that NECA movie set, I basically checked out of the franchise, having reached the mountaintop. But I'll pop back in briefly whenever that NECA Usagi Yojimbo hits. That I will need. In the booth right now is everything that meets all of these requirements. I'm going to just start taking figures out until there's only 10 left. And then I'll put them in order from 10 to 1. There is no significance whatsoever to the order I take them out in. The only question I ask myself as I take them out is if I could only keep 10 of all these figures, and this is absolutely the largest field, the most figures that I've had in the booth, period, at one time, just regardless of what we're talking about. But this is the most figures I've had for any of the top 10s. I think this part 3 beats most years' final top 10. I don't actually know that for a fact. It just that's I don't recall ever having the booth this full for any of these. But yeah, the one question I ask is if I could only keep 10 of these figures, the rest will be destroyed. Is this one of the 10 that I would keep? And so let's go. For the purpose of, clarify a couple other things here too. For the purpose of this, I'm treating Drizzt, and Guinevere, this guy and his panther, as two separate entities, even though you could only get them together. So just like Snake Eyes and Timber, I'm treating those as two separate entities. That said, if both were to make the top 10, then they'll be considered a single entity, just like Drizzt and the panther here. Also, obviously, and I've said this in previous videos, this bike has so much personality that I consider it a figure in and of itself, where normally vehicles wouldn't actually be a consideration, unless they turned into robots. See, the problem with this is that, and this is what I struggle with every time, is I bought all these figures for me, so I really know what I like. And so it's really hard at this stage to say any one of them is better than the others, because there's different little things that I like about each one. So it's hard to weigh the cool factor and the sort of pseudo-nostalgia of Mandarin Spawn against the amazingness of this horse and rider, and this horse and rider, and that guy in the back. It's just, I love jetpacks, and I love glow-in-the-dark, and I love translucent figures, and ugh, God, what a pain. That I love. All right, I gotta shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's go. We gotta make some tough decisions here. There's way too many things here. There's still more stuff in the booth right now. It traditionally is at this point in the game at part 3 of the top 10 of whatever given year it is. Gotta make some tough choices here. Gotta start really getting aggressive. The other thing I want to mention here now, while I'm stalling and buying myself some time, is that I don't pre-pick any of this. When I do the final top 10 at the end of the year, that one I'll actually stop and put some thought into. Figures that get eliminated at any point can always make it back in. Your feeling for stuff is constantly changing throughout the year. There's always that penchant to want to go with the newest thing is the best thing, because it's always so fresh and interesting, and you just haven't had a lot of time to really, play with it and shoot pictures and, just have it in your collection. So the final top 10, this is all right off this is on the fly that I'm doing this. So I'm already regretting some of the stuff I pulled, but I pulled it and it's going to stay off the table. And some of this stuff I'm looking at it and I'm like, how is that figure still in there? Like, I feel a little partial to this translucent holographic Iron Man because it was brand new. Like I had literally just gotten it the day before I did the last top 10, or even that same day. I think I mentioned it in the previous video. And so I threw it in there knowing that it would never make the final top 10, but here I am still holding on to this thing like it even has a chance to make that final top 10, and it doesn't. In the final top 10, I can be a lot more deliberate with my choices, where I try to have a bit more, I want it to be representative of the things I actually do think are the best things that came out, the things I liked the most of a particular year. But I can be a lot more deliberate with, choices that can represent a wider spectrum of the of the toy scene that in a particular year. You know, I do like to have different manufacturers represented. I do like to have different styles of figures, you know, Transformers and, you know, 6-inch action figures and, you know, indies and big companies and robots and skeletons. You know, I don't want this whole thing to be just different versions of Boba Fett. But at the same time, I can't change who I am, and I like what I like. And that's really what this is all about, is just, you know, allowing myself to indulge in the things that I like the most. Because I like them, for no other reason. Oh gosh. We still got a long way to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I am doing a little bit of a cheat here. I am counting this horse and rider as one, and I am now counting Snake Eyes and Timber as one as well. Anything I can do to cheat this to make it easier on me is well within the rules as far as I'm concerned. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, we still got to drop 3 here. I'm really looking at this Mandarin Spawn, Mandarin Spawn, and Fortnite was his name, Oro here, and just realizing that I do have a type when it comes to stuff. It gets more and more clear as I eliminate things. Skeletons, gold trim, skeletons, fire, orange and yellow, guys with helmets, can't see their faces. Almost none of these are actually unique characters. That's really weird. I mean, not unique characters, but you're not seeing like faces on these, you know, human faces or anything. It's so hard. I really, really, really like these Diamond Select Tron figures, especially when they re-release them here in this SDCC set with the translucent colorings. But man, are they just, you know, not a lot of posability on them. They're good, they're not great. The torso crunch is really tough, and I'm just stalling because I'm trying to decide if I'm pulling Tron, the Bear, Oro, Scareglow, or this guy. Because those are the ones that are really on the line here. And they're all so dang fun. I think if it comes right down to it, and I really like the way, see, this is, I'm leaning towards keeping Tron because I really like, Tron is serving the same purpose that holographic Iron Man served in the last video, where it just changes up the look of everything. Is there's so much more, it's so much more visually interesting to have him in there than to have some of the other stuff here. But if I'm really asking myself, which one of those Desert Island, you know, which one of these Desert Island, you know, which one of these am I going to keep? Everything else is going to be destroyed. I mean, like I said, I already have regrets about all the other stuff that I pulled here. Oh man, I think I gotta go. And it's like I pulled the other horse, Balius, and I can't remember the female warrior's name. because they're sort of serving the same purpose. Horse and rider, four horsemen, mythic legions. This dude's just got the fire and horns and awesomeness. I don't even have his wings on him right now, or his sword in his hand. So I figured that was kind of redundant. I could cheat that on the final version, put them together, and just say, you know, horse and riders from the Aretha or whatever, Alethea, whatever the name of that wave is. Put those together and just cheat that and put them all in that at that one particular spot. But I'm not doing that today. That said, this kind of counts for that. All right, you're out. Tron is the one I'm really questioning, so I'm gonna take him out. So where does that put us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. God. I think it's down to either Joy Toy, Steel Spear here, or man, I'm really looking at Air Razor. All right. Just do it. Just do it. This isn't the top. This isn't the last of the year. We can fix this later on. Just go with your gut right now. And my gut is telling me that I would rather keep my gut's telling me that my gut. Man. Ugh. You know, I'm gonna make this. See, Scareglow is on the line because he doesn't. All of his stuff doesn't glow. And Build-A-Bear's on the line because it's only got the open mouth head. If that had an articulated jaw or a second head to have a closed mouth, I probably wouldn't even be questioning it. And same with Scareglow, if just the whole thing glowed. And if this was a translucent figure with bones molded on the inside of the mold, as he is rendered in several original illustrations on posters and stuff from back in the day, then I wouldn't even be questioning him. All right, it hurts, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Ah, God. All right, Scareglow's out. I'm already regretting it. I haven't even put it on the table yet. I'm already regretting it. All right, 10-1, here we go. On the line were Build-A-Bear, so Build-A-Bear's gonna be 10 here. 9 is gonna be Mandarin Spawn. 8 is going to be Joy Toy Steel Spear guy from Battle for the Planets or whatever it's called. 10, 9, 8. 7 is Air Razor. 6 is actually going to be Hot Rod. 5 is the Panther. 4 is going to be Boba Fett. 3 is going to be Goyle from Plunderlings. 2 is going to be, I can't even see his head. And number 1 is going to be, in a surprise to almost no one, Snake Eyes and Timber. And that's that. That's it. That's top 10 for now. We'll have the final bit of this will come up either at the very end of December or at the, more likely it'll be the very beginning of January because I usually wait to see, you know, exactly what pieces. Yeah, I might be getting a figure on December 31st. And if I can work it in, I can work it in. But, oh boy, that's some rough stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching this and all of our videos. Hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. Head over to regular Toy Galaxy and subscribe there if you're not already as well. If you haven't heard, we started streaming on Twitch. Find us at twitch.tv/toygalaxy. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon or become a YouTube channel member. If you want to know what a figure was, who made it, or why I didn't think it was top 10 worthy in the moment, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Later.